I have to post this. I hadn't seen that before. So basically, there are all these people who are under watch now in Washington State because they came into close contact with that guy who has it now after he got back from China. They didn't know he had it at the time. Health officials. Well, there you go. Hang on one second here. Ruth says, why wouldn't they tell people exactly where the guy was? Well, I think they just don't want people to panic. You know, they say if they know where he was and they can track down the people, they'll do it privately. They'll do it privately. If they can't, they'll release the information publicly. That's from HeraldNet, a local outlet there in Washington. Mr. E says, and how many people did those 43 come into contact with? Well, you know, you got to see if any of those 43 get sick. It can take supposedly up to 14 days to get sick after you're exposed. Money in the Bank says Google virus, bat eating lady. Thank you, Money in the Banks. Look, there's a video floating around of someone eating a bat. I have no idea if that has anything to do with this virus or not. So I'm certainly not going to show it on the air. But you know, the authorities are looking into how this virus got started. It is suspected that people started getting it at an animal market in Wuhan in December. But you know that it's long past that, because that market's been shut down since January 1st, and people are still getting it. And you know, some people have gotten it and given it to other people. So at this point, it doesn't matter if the market is closed. But they are still investigating how it got started. Oh, now look, this is interesting. BNO is saying these are full lockdowns. List of lockdown cities. I know Wuhan and Huanggang are full. Is Huangshi a full lockdown? I don't know if Huangshi's full. I don't know if Day is full. I don't know if Yangjin County is full, because these are the three new ones. Day, Yangjin County, and Huangshi started having some lockdown stuff happen like an hour and a half ago. I don't know if those are full. I'd like to see more information on that. See what I can find. Yeah, see, the only report I saw about Huangshi was this, saying they would suspend ferry and bus operation, close the river bridge, and stop passenger traffic. That doesn't say people can't leave the city. Maybe they can't leave the city. I don't know. But I haven't seen that report. Let's try something else.
This dumbass internet.
Do traffic. That doesn't say people can't leave the city. Maybe they can't leave the city.
Most name brand bars and body washes you rub on your skin are classified by the FDA as synthetic detergent. It's not even real soap. Stop marinating your man meat in unholy ingredients that are harmful to your well-being, body, and sperm count.
I don't know.
Yeah, that shit just
But I haven't
burnt
seen
the
that
fuck
before.
out of my mouth.
Let's try something else.
Shit. Yo, this Wuhan ain't no shit, yo. Day by day, the numbers keep increasing.
I'm trying something.
Yesterday, it was 635 confirmed cases
No, I don't have. I
and
don't,
17
I don't,
dead.
have
This
a-
morning, it's 846 confirmed cases.
Well, I'll try to find out more information
And
on
26
what's going on
people
with
dead.
those new cities. I just don't know right now. And I've not seen a lot of reporting on it.
And now in the city of Wuhan, they're trying to build a hospital just for this shit, yo. Right now, they're trying to rapidly build a hospital just to fucking combat this
Money
fucking
in the
outbreak.
Bank says, even I don't eat bats, gross, just chicken. Thank you, Money in the Banks, for your support. Oh, look at this. Wow. Taiwan announces it is halting exports of face masks for 1 month to protect supplies, domestic supplies, as the epidemic spreads. This is Jerome Taylor from AFP. How about that? Taiwan is halting exports of face masks for 1 month to protect domestic supplies. Taiwan is right near mainland China.
Wow. Not a 2-pounder. Alright. This is the last water up here. I gotta Bring some more waters up to the studio.
Sorry, just checking for some further updates here. Give me a shout with your comments and questions at Lookner on Twitter. And hey, by the way, if you like live breaking news coverage like this without an agenda, be sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you can know when we're coming on the air. We cover all kinds of live news here at Agenda Free TV, live breaking news from around the world. That's what we do. So if you like the coverage, subscribe. And if you subscribe on YouTube, after you subscribe, you're going to want to click the notifications bell and choose all notifications.
$5? Goddamn.
And let me just, I want to repeat this thing that we said before, but I think it's interesting statistic here. In the official statistics, says B&O Newsroom, the number of patients in serious to critical condition doubled in the last day to 177. 177 in serious to critical condition. I wonder if Wikipedia has their updated... The Wikipedia page was doing an updated graph of the total number of cases, but sometimes it falls behind. Let's see. Here's the Wikipedia page. Here's the graph. Wait, what happened? They stopped doing the graph. I love the graph. They had a bar graph of the total number of cases. It's gone. No more bar graph. Oh, I like the bar graph. I'll have to try to find one somewhere else. Oops, that's too bad. Yeah, so look, this is The Guardian, this is what I talked about with Huangshi. Another Chinese city will suspend its public transport. But I don't know if Huangshi is not letting people leave.
Yep. That shit getting crazy, bro.
Here's a little more on that hospital. Ooh, hang on a second. I didn't see this yet. Go here, and I'll show you the hospital news. Lily Kuo of The Guardian posted this. She said, armored police vehicle at the Beijing International Airport today, just outside of the departure hall. Not sure if this is a spring festival or a coronavirus measure. That's in Beijing. She also said, there's one temperature check before going through immigration. Everyone is wearing a mask. Think of the number of masks being used in that country. Hey, thank you, Bradley. Bradley thinks the death rate will skyrocket once hospitals overcrowd. I hope not. Thank you, Bradley, for your support. Yeah, here's a little more on that hospital. A new 1,000 bed, this is The Guardian. The Guardian reports a new 1,000 bed hospital is being built in Wuhan, specifically to deal with the coronavirus outbreak, and authorities plan to have it ready by Monday. Construction began on Thursday night.
They already fucked up Raccoon
with
City.
Machinery, including 35 diggers and 10 bulldozers. They built the hospital in 4 days.
Yeah,
the impromptu medical facility will be created using prefabricated buildings. So they're not, I guess they're not like pouring concrete and stuff. And is being modeled on the experience of the SARS epidemic in 2003. For SARS, Beijing built a hospital in its northern suburbs in just a week.
You built a hospital in a week? You motherfuckers trying to build that shit in 4 days. We need a hospital right now.
McCamK thinks that Wikipedia could not fit the graph on one page, so they gave up. North says, how long does it take for CDC to confirm a case? I believe they have at CDC, they say they've developed a real-time diagnostic technology. So, but I think the problem might be is that if you have a possible case of this, you need to take a sample of something, maybe it's blood, maybe it's saliva, and then you have to send it to the CDC. So my understanding is that it doesn't take them long at all to confirm it once they have your sample.
I gotta go to work in a little while, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right into the painting this morning.
That's something to look at before.
See if we can get a good little bit of this black covered.
Your healthcare provider may order lab tests on respiratory specimens serum part of your blood to determine human coronaviruses. Now let me go to this one. Novel coronavirus. The CDC has developed a real-time test that can diagnose whether you have the virus. Currently, testing for this virus must take place at the CDC, but in the coming days and weeks, CDC will share these tests with domestic and international partners. So, right now it looks like, in America at least, you have to send a sample to the CDC, and that's what takes the time. The test doesn't take the time. What takes the time is getting the sample and sending it to the CDC. Oh, I think we have the graph. Do we have the graph? Oh, we got the graph. Yay! Oh, Rumble Roast. Rumble Roast came through. Rumble Roast said the graph was moved here. Here it is. Timeline of the 2009-20 Wuhan virus outbreak. But I bet the graph isn't up to date yet. Here's the graph. Yeah, it's always a day behind. I wish they would update it more fast. What can I do? See, that's behind. See, it says, oh no, it's not. Is it? Maybe it's up to date, actually. No, this is, yeah. All right. No, it's 1 day behind because, see, this is the number in China. This is actually, what you're looking at is, this is the number of people in China who have it. Most of the people who have it are in mainland China. But this only goes up to 600 something. This was yesterday. Today is 830 in China. So there should be another bigger line on the right of this, which is not there yet, which is bigger because it's over 800. The thing is, though, it's like just 6 days ago, the official number was 62. That was the official number 6 days ago, 62. You just have to imagine that these numbers were not correct. Yeah, but the total number in China right now is 830, so it's already, you know, they'll update that graph at some point. Well, at least I know where the page is now. Timeline. Oh, good to know. I had no idea. Had no idea that's where it was. Guys, people have sent me a lot of videos of like people falling and stuff. Look, those are unconfirmed videos. I can't confirm them. I do know a specific one that was floating around where I saw someone say, look, I know that's summer. It's clearly not summer there. It's not a real video. So I'm not showing the videos. I don't have a way of confirming them. Also, if you see somebody falling or somebody on the ground, it could be from this. It could be from something else. It could be because somebody's exhausted. It could be because somebody has a different disease. So I'm not showing the videos, and I just don't know if any of them are really of people with the coronavirus. They may be. Just no good way of knowing for me. Sophia Yan says, overheard, she just posted this, overheard in Hangzhou airport by my colleague when a young girl tried to take off her mask. Her mother scolded her and said, do you want to die? Clearly coronavirus outbreak worrying many, understatement of the year which has just begun, China.
Lovely way to start off the year, bro. Still fucking January. What the fuck? Presidential impeachment, global pandemic. You know, just normal shit.
Jingji Su says, Guangdong halted transportation and trading of wild animals and related
There's so much
products
shit going on right now,
until the
yo.
epidemic is relieved.
People
All
gonna
breeding
forget that
farms are
Jeffrey
subject to
Epstein
isolation.
didn't kill himself.
So I wonder if that accounts like, does that wild animals, or does that account like for like meat production and stuff? I have no idea.
People are gonna forget that Epstein didn't kill himself. The pedophiles are taking over. They have all the control, all the power. They're fucking all the little kids all the way from the schoolhouses to the Vatican.
Fila Sue Bobby says, Macau's government has ordered 20 million masks and citizens can buy them at a low price. Meanwhile, in Hong Kong at this moment, you either can't find the masks or have to spend a fortune on it.
Wow. You want a mask? $400. For a goddamn
Now, Hong Kong is
mask?
part of China. I mean, certainly, if you're in China right now, sounds like people are all getting masks, but they need a lot of masks. It's over a billion population of China. Oops, hang on.
Fuck.
Yeah, look, this is wild animals.
Really?
Here's another report on the same thing. Trade in wild animals and their products is strictly prohibited throughout Guangdong province.
Guangdong.
I guess they don't want any wild animals with the virus to be spreading it to other people.
This motherfucker said Guangdong.
Oh, here's an update. What is? I don't know. I don't know if this is new or not. One of the 4 people infected with Wuhan coronavirus in northeast China's Heilongjiang province died on Thursday. Now, is this in? That looks like a new death. Let me update this. This is the BNO map. BNO. Oh no, that's this one. That's this one. Heilongjiang Province 1. If you go to bnonews.com, there's a link you can find to this map at bnonews.com. It's a map, and it's also a list of all the different. It's a map like this, and it's also a list of all the different places where people, cases and deaths, and it's constantly updated. It's actually quite good. So go to bnonews.com, and you can see. Click on this, and you get the map and the data and timeline. Ooh, I didn't know this. Inner Mongolia confirmed the first case of infection. The patient 30 lived in Wuhan and drove to an Inner Mongolia city for sightseeing on Tuesday. See, they locked down Wuhan, I think, on Thursday. So all that time before that, people were just leaving Wuhan and going to Wuhan. Lots of people. This is the busiest travel week of the year in China because of the New Year holiday coming up on Saturday. And for most of the week, people were just traveling in and out of Wuhan. I think there's only 2 or 3 provinces in China now where they don't have somebody with this virus.
Yo, Daph. Yeah, this corona shit, bro. Got me kind of nervous. Shit, I'm thinking. Think about precautions.
Here's an update. This is from The Guardian. Let me show you a couple things from The Guardian. More information has been released regarding the second person to be confirmed with the virus in South Korea. The South Korean man in his 50s started experiencing symptoms on the 10th of January while working in Wuhan. So he was just working there. The man was tested upon returning to South Korea earlier this week and was confirmed to be South Korea's second case of the virus. And then they also have a couple pictures in the Guardian. You can see they have this person spraying on a train, spraying disinfectant on a train. This is workers spraying disinfectant at customs. I guess disinfectant can kill viruses. Let's do this.
Bleach, motherfucker, bleach.
Can disinfectant kill
Yeah, bleach can kill
viruses?
every fucking thing, ain't it?
Yes. Bleach can kill bacteria, fungi, and viruses.
Duh. Bleach, nigga.
Technically speaking, viruses aren't considered living organisms. But anyways.
They goddamn bleach will fuck anything up. That's why they use it in hospitals. That's why they use it in meat markets. After you finish handling raw meat and blood and all that shit, man, you bleach that shit down. Kill all the bacteria, all the fungus, all the viruses.
Hey, give me a shout if you have comments, if you have updates, questions. Write to me on Twitter @Lookner as we cover this virus. Also, big thank you to our moderators. Thanks, moderators. Mark Helton is there in our YouTube chat. Thank you, Mark. Becky Scarlett. Thank you, Becky Scarlett. Very much appreciate the moderators. Thank you, Money in the Banks. Money in the Banks says this is how Walking Dead TV show started. Thank you, Money in the Banks, for your support. Also, thank you to our Periscope moderators, Linda Belk, Sharon Craig, JKD Fire Captain. And thank you for the Super Hearts, by the way. Ghosty Girl, Sue from me, Natalie Chris, Misha Fire Captain, Default User Tamara, Natasha V. Paul has 3 Tabasco Road. Thanks for the Super Hearts. And also, thank you to our Facebook moderators like Kimberly Peterson and Courtney Lane. Thank you. Also, thanks for the Facebook stars. I owe some people a thank you for the Facebook stars. Thank you to Carmen Small. Thank you, Carmen Small. Thank you, Crystal Lizama. Thank you, David Ridlon. And thanks for your kind words, David Ridlon. Thank you also, Jody Gwinnett Jackson. Thank you, Jody Gwinnett Jackson. Thank you, Corey Adam Miller as well. Corey Adam Miller. So thanks for the Facebook stars.
Nah.
And our Twitch moderators as well. Keisha Umarath, Idaho Star, Smoke, Daily Disclosure, Matthew Johnson, and others. Hey, if anyone's ever interested in being a volunteer moderator, we can always use more moderators. The moderators can give you an email address to write to get more information about that. What? Sorry. Hang on a second here. Hang on. Somebody sent me something, but I don't know if it's false. So I need to check myself.
Gotta fact check real quick for you to mention that shit, homie. Somebody had you out there looking like a dummy saying some shit that ain't even true.
I haven't seen this report anywhere.
Yeah, fact check that shit real quick. How many other people saying the same thing?
There's a question about whether any of the possible cases in the United States, for example, will turn out to be real cases of the virus. So we'll just have to see. So I'm just checking a couple things here. Yeah, there are a bunch of possible cases in different countries. Now, SCMP, they've been doing very good reporting. They say 8 cities are on lockdown. Travel bans have been imposed on 8 cities in Hubei province: Wuhan, Huanggang, Yizhou, Chibi, Jiantao, Qianjiang, Zhejiang, and Lichuan. There's also some other cities with travel restrictions as well, newly today. Oh, look at this. See, this is interesting. A victim in Hebei province, that's not Hubei province. Hubei is where Wuhan is. A victim in Hebei province, aged 80, right, was visiting relatives in Wuhan before he was diagnosed. 76 people who had close contact with him have reportedly been quarantined.
Whoa.
Wow. See, if somebody has the virus and then you find out that other people were in contact with them, it could take them like up to 2 weeks, reportedly, to show symptoms. So if you want to stop the virus from spreading, anyone who might possibly have it, anyone who's been in close contact with somebody who has it, you need to quarantine them. Quarantining is when you take someone who isn't showing symptoms but might get the disease, and you separate them from the rest of the population because you don't know if they have it. So, I mean, that's just think of the resources that takes up. So 76 people who had close contact with this one person have been quarantined. Now, I don't, maybe they just all have to stay at home or something. I don't know, but they can't leave. Ugly Penguin says, do Chinese officials give updates at random times, or is there an official time every day that they do this? I don't know. I'm not aware of like an official time. It feels like it comes out here and there, so I don't know, but it does feel kind of like the information comes out here and there from China. But maybe it's just because I'm not aware of the times. So thank you, Ugly Penguins. Before the diagnosis, the guy in Hebei province, who died, 80 years old, before the diagnosis, the man, a resident of Hebei, had been visiting relatives in Wuhan for more than 2 months. 76 people who had been in close contact with the victim have been quarantined, and none have been found to be feverish. I wonder if they test them or not.
But that's the thing,
when they're
though,
in quarantine, or do they just give them some time to see if they get sick? I don't know how that works. Maybe there's limited testing resources.
Most people who die from this shit seem like they're old people. Everybody's like 60, 80 years old
Ride sharing
who are dying from it. They haven't said, oh, victim, 21 years old died. Like, everybody like elderly people who bodies are just, I don't know. I don't want to say no longer equipped, but shit just... Older people have harder times getting over shit, you know what I'm saying? Harder times for their bodies to repair and heal itself. And it seems like this Wuhan virus, corona shit, is really fucking up a lot of old people, yo.
It said noon on Friday, right? It said noon on Friday. That's right now. It's right now. It's noon on
Friday. That's what I'm saying, yo.
Now you can't get it. Like now, there's no public transportation. There's no public transportation in Wuhan, a city of 11 million people. And now you also can't do ride sharing.
No Ubers, no Lyfts. Stuck ass nigga, ride your bike, bitch. You not getting all in confined spaces with nobody. Not unless it's your own personal vehicle.
You can go somewhere and don't have a car.
Yeah, cause we not getting y'all on the bus. Have one person infect 37, 40 people at one time.
Wuhan is a hub. This is South China Morning Post. Wuhan is a hub for several major high-speed railway lines that link it to.
Dr. Steve Sugarroot.
Fuck your railway lines, man. Shit is down until we get this goddamn shit under control.
In its major cities. Flights, trains, buses, and ferries connecting Wuhan to other cities in China, other cities in Hubei, have been suspended.
Bitch, that's what a quarantine is. You quarantine, confinement, no mobility.
There's 26 dead. The number went up by 1 since we came on
Yep,
here.
26 people dead.
Hang on 1 sec here. Give me 1 second. Look, Doge heard that the man in Hackensack, New York, does not have coronavirus.
Damn, that's a relief.
Or a man or a woman, the person in Hackensack, New York, does not have coronavirus. The patient tested at Hackensack University Medical Center does not have coronavirus. This is why I don't spend lots of time reporting on possible cases. Minher, thank you, Minher, for your support. Minher says the Chinese government would lie about the fatality numbers. 8 cities on lockdown and only 26 deaths, more like 1,000. I don't know if there's been thousands of dead. Certainly there are experts, there's plenty of experts who think there are thousands of people who've been infected, even though the official number in China is 830. Thank you, Minher, for your support. I had missed this. Intel Doge just posted about this. I had missed this on my timeline. Antonio Brown is surrendering to police and arrives at jail. If you want to read about that, I just retweeted it from TMZ, just in case you were following that story. Oh, Rain Lotus sent me a message about Wuhan Airport. So, Wuhan Airport, part of the lockdown of Wuhan, you can't, it's basically closed. But once in a while, there are planes flying into Wuhan Airport. I checked this today. So, there are various reasons you can imagine why a plane would fly into or out of the airport. From the impression I get is basically it's shut down, but they're making exceptions once in a while. So here is right here. Here's the airport, let me do filter here. Filter. This is Flight Radar 24. Yeah, so there are some planes, it's not many, there are some planes taking off at landing. That one's scheduled to land, that one's scheduled to land, that actually was going to land there. It looks like that one's not going to land there. It's flying by. Scheduled to land at Wuhan, but it's flying past. So neither of those is going to land there. That one was supposed to land at Wuhan, but it's going somewhere else, it looks like. So, from my understanding, nothing is really... I've checked and haven't seen anything taking off from Wuhan. If you look at departures, everything's canceled on the departures. It's all canceled. Departures, if I load earlier flights, there's just nothing that's landed that I can see. Maybe once in a while something lands, but when I check, I see nothing taking off. And then once in a while, I think something arrives. I feel like this was diverted, canceled. It's rare if a flight lands there. Let's see if anything else I can find. Canceled. Unknown. It kind of looks like these two planes are going to land there. You can think they could be taking health staff there or something like that. But for the most part, nothing is flying in or out of there. I don't really see anything taking off. Stefan Poikinen says, see how central Wuhan is to the China high-speed rail here. on more major rail lines than maybe any other city in China. Oh, I owe some people some thank yous. Missed it. Thank you to Tamara Hanarakis. Thank you, Tamara Hanarakis, for your support. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you very much, Nikolai Lind, too. Say some more thanks in a second. Wuhan right there. Yeah, it's a central rail. It's one of the four, I think it's one of the four major rail stations, centers in China. Wuhan right there. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you also to Wilhelmus van de Wijdeven. Wilhelmus van de Wijdeven. Thank you for your support. And also thank you very much to Thomas Hunt. Thank you, Thomas, for your support. Appreciate it. Now, Nikolai sent me some links to Twitter videos. Again, just to repeat, some people are sending me links to videos. I can't confirm the videos that are floating around on social media of people falling down or on the ground. I don't know if they're from now, or from a month ago, or from a year ago, or from 2001. Even if they're from now, I don't know, does the person have the virus? If they do have the virus, are they falling down because they have the virus, or are they falling down because they haven't slept in 2 days? I just don't know. So I'm not spending time showing those videos because I just don't have any good way of verifying that they're what they claim to be.
Now you're gonna make me look up some of these videos of people falling down in China. People falling over from the Wuhan virus, just passing out in the streets and shit.
Same thing with, I'm not reporting on all the X is being tested as a possible case at location Y. It's just, there's so many possible cases. A lot of them turn out to be false alarms, so I'm just not worrying about those unless people get confirmed that they have it. This was just posted by B&O Newsroom. Haven't seen it yet. Thank you, Leslie Kring, for bringing it to my attention. Health Commission in Anhui Province, China, says it is mobilizing 450,000 workers to build a solid line of defense against the epidemic, urges everyone to assume a state of emergency. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what is a solid line of defense?
Like, you know, that could just be for, like, public consumption, you know. That could be them saying, we're working really hard on this. So, you know, I don't know what that really means and why they're putting it out. Maybe they're just using a lot of people to do different things. There's a lot more I would need to know about that to know what it really means. Hey, thank you, Lion of Judea. Lion says, what does the CDC say?
CDC says it's not a state of emergency.
I actually don't know that they've changed what they've said that much.
Yeah. It's like America really don't have to worry about this shit right now. We're good right now. You know, maybe next week we'll see, but don't panic right now. Just stay calm. Shit's not a biggie. It's not a biggie right now.
Coronavirus, CDC. There is an ongoing investigation to determine more about this outbreak. This is a rapidly evolving situation. Information will be updated as soon as it becomes available. They don't, I mean, it's not like there's CDC scientists running around China researching, they're really reliant on the information they're getting from China.
Mm-hmm.
There's an outbreak, reported number of cases, growing number of cases. Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses, some causing illness in people and others that circulate among animals, including camels, cats, and bats. Rarely, animal coronaviruses can evolve and infect people and then spread between people, such as happened with MERS and SARS, and maybe with this one as well. When person-to-person spread has occurred with MERS and SARS, and maybe this one as well, it is thought to have happened via respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes, similar to how flu and other respiratory pathogens spread. Spread between MERS and SARS generally occurred between close contacts. Be something similar to MERS and SARS. Both MERS and SARS have been known to cause severe illness in people. This situation regarding with this latest virus is still unclear. They're looking into it. You know, they don't know. They don't know. A lot is not known. How seriously ill does this make people? At this time, it's unclear how easily or sustainably this virus is spreading between people. We don't even really know how much it's spreading. How severe the illness caused by this virus is also unclear. Both MERS and SARS have been known to cause severe illness in people. The situation with regard to this virus is still unclear. So there's just a lot they're trying to figure out. Thank you, Philip Lanebull, for your support. Much appreciated, Philip Lanebull. Thank you. Oh, China is indefinitely closing the Forbidden City.
Well, if the city is forbidden,
China
shouldn't
is
it always
closing
be
indefinitely
closed?
the Forbidden City. See if I can find this anywhere. That information from. Hang on. See if I can confirm that.
From some of my reliable sources.
Well, Bill Ritter, who's the anchor at Eyewitness News in New York City, he's reporting that China is indefinitely closing Beijing's Forbidden City. I think Forbidden City gets like 80,000 visitors a day. It's a big tourist attraction. It's the Palace Complex in central Beijing, China. It houses the Palace Museum. It was the former Chinese Imperial Palace. The Forbidden City gets an average of 14 million visitors annually. $19 million people visited in 2019. I have to post that. I have to post this. Hold on. 19 million people visited the Forbidden City in 2019. Excuse me. It says Forbidden City. 19 million people visited in 2019. So Bill Ritter is reporting that with anchor at ABC7 in New York, that China is closing indefinitely the Forbidden City. Eesh. Rebecca Radcliffe from The Guardian says the People's Daily, the Communist Party's main newspaper, has called upon people who have recently been to Wuhan to isolate themselves at home, even if they don't have symptoms. The statement was made on Weibo, where people have shared panic calls for those from Wuhan to take greater precautions to avoid affecting others. I think I owe somebody a thank you, by the way. Here. Thank you to, I got everybody. Oh, no, Shermanator. Thank you, Shermanator, for your support. Thank you, Shermanator and Kipper 1993. Shermanator and Kipper 1993. Sorry, I missed your donations before because I was talking. Gotta get everybody else, I think. I think I thanked MH. I think I thanked Maria Rebecca Gonzalez before, but if I didn't, thank you. Yes, look. AI6YR. Forbidden City is now forbidden. Grazing shuts Forbidden City. Well, but actually, no, is this indefinitely? Where is it? Forbidden City is closing to visitors from Saturday. I had heard they were closing the Forbidden City just for the new year. But it sounds like they're closing it indefinitely. It says, the major tourist attraction, Forbidden City, will be closed to visitors from January 25th. They really don't want people gathering in groups. This is interesting. Nathan Russer says 5 out of 17 of Wuhan pneumonia cases that resulted in deaths apparently did not present with fever. According to Bloomberg, this could make efforts to screen for carriers of the virus extremely difficult and prove current methods ineffective. Look at this. Several Wuhan virus victims did not have fever. It may be harder for governments to detect infections. Wow. This is from Bloomberg. Several people who have died from the new virus did not display symptoms of a fever, potentially complicating global efforts to check for infected travelers. Well, it's already hard because, you can take like 14 days to show symptoms. 5 of the 17 people who died displayed other symptoms such as breathing difficulty, chest tightness, and coughing. But absence of fever in some cases indicates that temperature screening, the most common measure being used at transport links and airports to check travelers, may not identify some infected people. In fact, I guess, it's definitely the case that it might not identify everyone, but there might be people who are actually like sick, and it's possible that you're more contagious when you actually show some symptoms. So they might check people for temperature before they get on a plane, and then someone might be sick. Someone might be like coughing, and they just don't cough at the moment they get tested for temperature, and their temperature is fine, and then they just get on the plane. Hey, thank you, Kipper1993. Kipper says, look up images of barriers around city. Are you talking about Wuhan, Kipper? Are there specific ones? Now, I've been looking at a bunch of stuff today. I haven't come across, aware that some of the highways have been blocked off, but I'm not sure about barriers. Kipper, could you send me some of them, Kipper? Kipper, if you have images, you can write to me at Lookner on Twitter. I'd love to see them. I just haven't seen images around Wuhan. Barriers, you're saying. Barriers. Let me know. At Lookner on Twitter. Thank you, Kipper. What in the world?
Oh, hell no.
Sources told me, William Yang, W News, sources told me they are very worried the government might cut off internet connection in Wuhan, which would disconnect what's happening on the ground from the world, further complicating the international community's effort to make sense of Wuhan coronavirus. That would be insane. Wuhan is 11 million people. Insane. If that happens, that's insane. That would be like the craziest thing ever. What in the world? Well, we'll see if it happens. Happened yet. EB2000 says because it's much worse than they are admitting. I mean, like, the idea is if they think it's really bad there. That is insane. Well, it hasn't happened yet. That's really crazy. And he's with DW News. If that happens, that's such planet crazy. If that happens, it really would be the most insane thing. Oh, now see, this is what. See this here. Our viewer, I think it was Kepper, said barricades going across. So footage has emerged online of the quarantine measures being taken in China to halt the spread of the virus, including overcrowded hospitals, sick people collapsing. Again, I can't verify the sick people stuff, and barricades going up across Wuhan. I'll see if I can find something about Wuhan barricades. I haven't seen any of that myself. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen any of that stuff. With the train station, they put gates outside the train station when they closed it when the lockdown first started. Is that what people are talking about? Hang on 1 second here. What was I going to look up? You know what I was going to look up. There's very little video or photos coming out of Wuhan that I've seen. Now, perhaps, there are some Western reporters who are on the ground there who've been reporting. One reporter right at the start of the broadcast, we showed you a report from a reporter who was in a supermarket. So it's not like they're saying like it's, like the apocalypse there right now. Look. Tom Hancock, checkout lines are orderly. Several customers said they were stocking up with the expectation of staying inside for at least the next week. That's in Wuhan at a supermarket. And everyone is wearing masks, but there's an abundance of stuff to buy for Lunar New Year's Eve. He's in Wuhan. Hey, thank you, Memnon. Memnon, GRTZ
Aga Memnon?
from Holland. Thank you, Memnon, for your support. I appreciate that.
All right, guys, I gotta get some shit done before I go to work, so I don't have to do it when I get off. Like, I finished my laundry. Did I take something out for dinner? I'm not sure. I gotta find something to cook for dinner. Oh, I did take something out for dinner. Yeah, I was going through my freezer.
To just give you the latest information here to Jennifer.
I was going through my freezer trying to find something. I found a steak from goddamn September. No, from October. That shit say 10. That shit say 10/10 on it. So I was like, God damn, man, this steak been here for a couple months. Let me eat this shit. Yeah, that's the best thing about the deep freezer, though, man. You put some shit in that deep freezer, but that shit staying there forever. That's why I gotta, every time I go grocery shopping for meats, I try to rotate my shit. I say I freeze a lot, I buy in bulk and freeze a lot of shit and just date that shit. You gotta always make sure you pull the old dates to the top, but I said apparently I didn't with that steak. I ain't had that shit in rotation in a minute. Anyway, that bitch coming out today. Well, it is already out. It's getting eaten today. Plan that shit. Can't let no food go to waste. So, it's snow outside. It's cold as shit, but I will hop on that grill when I get off. Grill me up a nice ass steak for dinner. Probably have some salad. Just a steak and salad, something simple. Let me get some shit done before I go to work, like I said. This underpainting is coming along pretty good. I'll probably work on this underpainting for the weekend and try to get this done. And then once I get the first layer of paint on here, I'll jump back into the other painting of the self-portrait that I'm working on, finish that up. Then after I finish that up, I'll jump into one of these pieces over here and work my way through those. Alright guys, peace. Till next time.